Hello, today we're going to do Facebook text mining on R. So I have opened my R console and I have opened up my R script for the codes that are going to do the text mining here. Okay, so the first thing that I need to do is I need to load my library for our Facebook. Okay, that would be my package. So I have uploaded here. And the next thing is that I have to get authentication by Facebook. And in order to do that, you have to go to developers.facebook.com.apps. Okay, so this is a site here. And I have already logged in and I probably already have a app ID. But if you don't have one, all you need to do is go here and create a new app and you will be assigned an app ID. And the next thing that you will probably need is you have to have an app secret. Okay, so once you have made your app ID, then all you need to do is come up here and you'll probably be able to create your app secret. And this is mine and I have to re-enter my password, so I won't do that. All you need to do is that probably go through this step and you'll be provided an app secret. Okay. Once you have your app ID and your app secret, what you need to do is to call FBOAuth, official authentication here, and pass in your app ID and your app secret. Okay, and I'm going to define that as FBOAuth here. So if I run this part of code, I would probably be authenticated here. And it says, okay, copy and paste into site URL on Facebook setting. I'm giving a local host 1410 here. And what I need to do is that when done, press any key to continue. And I'm going to, continue here. And it's going to go in and it says that authentication complete. Please go close this page and return to R. Okay, so I'm going to go back into R here. But for some of you who have doing this for the first time, you may not get that message. Okay, so what you need to do is that remember that you have this local host and you'll be provided some number. Okay, and go back here. And what you need to do is that you have to add a product here. Okay, and if what do you add a product? You have to add a Facebook login product. It might be the first one on the product setup. Okay, once you have created it, then it probably gives you a menu on your left side here. And you go to your settings. The thing that you have to do is that make sure that you have to have this client authentication login as yes, and you already have pasted copy and pasted the valid OAuth redirect URI into this number. So mine was localhost 1410. You'll probably be provided some number and make sure that is copied and pasted into here. Okay, once you did that, save the changes, then you would probably get this message. Once you have been authenticated, then you'll be authentication complete and your authentication would be successful. Okay, now we are officially into Facebook right now, into their server. So let's try to get some pages for some of the companies here. Okay, and the first thing that I'm gonna go into Nike page, and I'm going to get some of their Facebook comments. Okay, so what I'm gonna get the get page method, and go into Nike. I'm going to pass in my token, and I'm going to just get the most 10 recent posts by Nike. Okay. So if I run this part of code, what it's going to do is that, okay, it's going to read in the most 10 recent ones. It seems that, yes, it was all given by Nike. These are the post IDs. And there are some comments. Some were videos and some were photos and so on. These are the links, and these are the number of likes, number of comments, and share counts, and so on. Okay. Now, maybe you don't want to get the most 10 recent ones. Sometimes you want to have a time interval, so you can already set it as, in this case, I did it from 2013 to 2015. Okay, and so it'll work, and maybe in some cases you might just want to get some messages here, and then you can also call the message. Okay, now this is some of the parts that Nike does, and text mining, we want to see how the consumers are reacting to this. Okay, in order to get the consumers' comments and so on, what we need to do is that we need to get the page method again, call it again, and I'm going to store it as Nike page, and pass that Nike page, and I'm going to get the first post here, okay? Get the first post of it, and I want to see how the consumers are posting to this, okay? So I'm going to use the get post method here, and I'm going to make this call, okay? I'm going to execute this line. It seems that it hasn't been executed, so let's execute it into the menu here. Okay, I have executed these two lines and it's getting some post. Okay, now if I do Nike post here, then it's going to get me a lot of information. Okay, so there's a lot of information. It seems that these are the people who made some comments and so on. I will just want to get the comments. Okay, because I'm going to do some text mining on the comments. I'm not really interested in the names or the IDs, or for now, I'm not interested in the like counts, the comment counts, or the share counts, and so on. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go get the text of what people are saying here, and in order to do that, I need to go to Nike post. I'm going to pass in the parameter comments, and then I'm going to get the parameter message from those comments. Okay, so this is the part of the code that I'm executing. Okay, if I execute this, what I'm going to get, okay, is now you could probably notice that I'm only getting the text of the messages here because this is the part that I want to text mine. Okay, so I'm going to just store this as Nike message. Okay, so it has been stored as Nike message, and again, these are the ones that has been created by the consumers, not by Nike. Okay. Now, in order to do some text mining, I need to load in a few libraries. That is the TextMine library and the rcurl library. Okay. So I'm going to load in these couple of libraries first. Whoops. Okay. I'm going to load these libraries. Okay. And I'm going to go into the library steps, and I'm going to these part of the code are just standard codes for text mining. You don't need to really understand everything, but what it needs to do is that it's just getting dividing up the text into certain ways that you don't want to be over analyzing. So for example, you want to change it into all lower cases, you want to remove some numbers, you want to get remove some common English languages like the or an or so on. You don't want to analyze that and so forth. Okay, so after all those things are done, I want to do is I want to get a word count here. So the first that I would like to do is get the word count of the comments. Okay. So it seems that these are the top 10 word counts that I get. Okay. It seems that shoe is mentioned the most, followed by Nike. Like is mentioned. The third most mentioned. Just is the fourth one, and so on and so forth. Okay, not too surprising. Shoes is probably one of the products that Nike really sells a lot, and a lot of people probably like Nike and Just Do It. Maybe some of the ones that they would like to be commented as something that consumers do comment a lot. Okay, so the next part that I will probably do is that based off this text, then I would like to create a word cloud. Okay, in order to do a word cloud, you would probably need a word cloud library. So I'm going to load my word cloud library. Okay, and I'm going to run my word cloud here. Okay, so based on the consumer text, this is the word cloud that I get. You would probably see this on the right, and you will probably notice that shoe and Nike was the ones that were most mentioned. So this has a bigger font than the other ones, and however, these are the word cloud that you would get. And so this is probably how you would do text mining, Facebook text mining in R. Then I hope that this video was quite useful, and so if it was, I hope you really like this video. Okay, thanks.